finally October, which means another favorite houseplants list. I've gotten quite a few new plants in a matter of a couple of weeks, which is quite a lot for me as like, you know, compared to normal. I usually get like maybe one every other week or so, maybe once a week max. But lately I've been going on these shopping trips where I'm getting like 5. So my plant collection has ramped up pretty quickly, but that means that there's just more favorites to share. We're gonna start probably more common varieties first, and then we'll move into like the big ticket items. But that being said, first things first, let's start with the biggest actually. I've got it behind me here, so bear with me one second while I grab it. All right, so this one is one of my new favorites. It's your standard monstera deliciosa, very rare, very hard to find. I'm totally kidding, it's not. It's like the most staple houseplant that everybody gets when they first start. I was lucky enough to find one that's very, very big and healthy, and it's just started really fenestrating, so it doesn't have a ton of leaves that like have some super massive holes in them or anything like that, but that's how I like them. But yeah, I have gotten this monstera. Sorry about the light, by the way, it's like partially cloudy today, so it's going to be like very bright and then a bit dark and then gotta go back and forth constantly. This monstera, I've already taken like 1 propagation from him, just in case, you know, I managed to somehow kill the most common houseplant there is. But I love him. He's probably the biggest houseplant that I have now. Actually, that's a lie. I just got one that's a bit bigger, but it's definitely one of the biggest. Definitely the widest. He doesn't fit through a whole lot of doorways, but like I said, that's totally fine. And then also, I never realized monstera gets such big roots, and I feel like he's root bound inside his pot, but I also just don't want to repot him right now because I don't have a bigger pot or enough soil, because that's a lot of pot to fill with soil. But yeah, he's just good. He's happy. I like them. I kind of like them in this like bigger size because I feel like it's a bit harder to overwater them as well. I kind of just water him when I remember and try to keep it like not very often. So it's just like a sporadic kind of thing. But I mean, he's doing well so far, and I've had him for about a month. So let's see if we can keep him alive still. Here's just one of the leaves for you. Probably the one that's furthest from my face. Been trying to rotate him as well to keep him like relatively even in terms of like not falling too much to one side, but I also should probably just get him a stake to help him grow and not like topple over in his pot and everything. I just haven't gotten one yet. I've been like swamped with so many other things to do that I just have not gotten around to it yet. But honestly, I might just make a moss pole or like find some sort of like makeshift moss pole thing for him to stand up on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm taking a very casual approach to plants these days, so we'll see if he survives that. Okay, so the next one, also, I'm not actually this pale in person. It's just the lighting, I promise. I've gotten a tan in the last couple days, which is saying something, but I'm not usually this pale, I swear. I'm just appearing so much paler on camera right now. Next one, I'm debating going the common route or like the biggest route like we started out with. I think so I don't bore you with, oh, I can't say anything, otherwise I'm gonna spoil which one's next, but we'll go biggest. This is the next one. It's a calathea, orbifolia. I used to have a really tiny one. If I have a picture, I'll post it. I don't know if I do have a picture because it was like at close to the start of when I started collecting plants, so I don't know that I have many pictures from like the stage that was in. But I ended up giving him away when I moved to Texas actually, because I had to just select my most loved plants and he was not on that list. But I've always wanted a really big orbifolia because I like them as a statement piece and I like them as like a floor plant. So that as well, I didn't keep that little 4-inch one because it was just like the tiniest little baby. But I found this really big 8-inch one at Callaway's. So it's really cute. I love the way that orbifolia look. I just think their leaves, like how big they get and everything, just so pretty. He's doing pretty well. He hasn't really put out much new growth since I've gotten him, but also I think he just needs to acclimate a bit, and I don't know that I need to... His pot is still pretty heavy, so I don't think he needs to be watered yet, but I just hope he survives, honestly. It's my second calathea that I've gotten in a matter of like 2 weeks, so I'm kind of biting off a lot more than I might be able to chew, but let's hope that I can keep these calathea alive because I haven't had the worst time with calatheas in the past. We'll just, yeah, we'll see how it does. But yeah, I'm excited to like add bigger plants to my collection and not have to worry about like, oh, is there space or whatever, because I've got a whole house to fill. But yeah, Callaway's 8-inch gallon. It's an 8-inch pot of calathea orbifolia. I mean, he's cute, very jungly, very like, yeah. And also he's a much more like low-key calathea. Like he doesn't move as much as other calathea, you know, because like calathea open and close with the sun and all that sort of stuff. He doesn't move as much as other ones do. The main thing that I've been trying to do for him is to make sure that I'm rotating him every couple of days, because otherwise he's going to end up lopsided and that's just not a look. All right, next on our list is, this is why I was debating going with the orbifolia first or this next one, like as the second plant, because I didn't want to bore you with the same like species, family, plant family, you know? But anyways, it's a monstera adansonii, and I had an adansonii, so maybe like a year ago, and then I sold him because I kind of got sick of him, and then he got spider mites, and then I put him in a jar to like get rid of all the soil so the spider mites didn't have anywhere to live other than like on the leaves, so I could really take care of it. And I got them better, and then I sold them as cuttings to someone because I was just kind of like not feeling it anymore. But I walked into Callaway's and this one was sitting there, and it's cute. I can't deny it, and I just wanted it, so I got it. It's got lots and lots of fenestrations. You know how monstera, they get like the main one, so then it's just like they have one level of holes on either side, and then when they get bigger, they get another level of holes, and they can get like 4 or more. This one, on its like most mature looking leaf, it looks like it has just 2 levels, but I'm perfectly happy with 2 levels of fenestrations. I mean, that in and of itself is quite hard to like get to from a baby plant, just because it does take a while and it takes a lot of light and everything, and obviously it's not my responsibility at all that they have 2 fenestration layers, but I'm super happy with it, and it's part of the reason why I liked it. So yeah, I'm excited to have the second go around with an adansonii, and I feel like I'm gonna have to repot it soon because it's in like one of those shallow 4-inch pots. But I think he's cute. He's already like vining off a bit and all that. Yeah, I mean, he's got roots coming out the bottom, but I'm just gonna keep him in there for as long as I can. He's another one that I should probably get a moss pole or something for, but I think I would rather him vine a bit instead of climb, just because I don't care to like, the size of the leaves doesn't matter too much to me. I like little cute leaves, so I'm not going to give him a moss pole just so he can get the bigger leaves, really. Okay, and the next one on this list is another first for me, actually. I haven't gotten one before, even in this, I've gotten one in this plant family, but it's the tiniest 2-inch pot that I don't know that it really counts, but it is a aglaonema, and this one is just called a red aglaonema, I guess, but that doesn't make sense because it's pink. Very clearly it is pink. And I usually don't love the pink ones of aglaonema, but this was so pretty, and I got them the same day as literally the adansonii and the calathea, so I was on a bit of a rampage that day in terms of buying plants, but honestly, it just had such cute little leaves, and I'm excited to see it get bigger. It's got another leaf on the way. I have no idea how to take care of it. I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants at this point and hoping for the best. But people say that aglaonema are a bit easier to care for. But I also know that like the colored varieties, so like the pink aglaonema, for instance, like this one is, or red, I guess, is going to be a bit more difficult, is what I've heard, but we're just gonna go for it. Cause like, honestly, if I let that scare me with like, oh, this plant is notoriously difficult, then I probably would never end up getting any plants. So fingers crossed for this one. I think it should do good. I've had it for a couple weeks now, I think. Maybe just a week, I'm not sure. And he's been totally fine. Hasn't done anything, but also he's probably just acclimating to the new environment, but I don't know. I thought he was cute, and I love little colorful plants that are like different than the rest of the plants that I have. So I'm excited to see how he does. All right, and the last one on this list is one that if you've watched all of my videos, then you would have seen him in a recent unboxing that I did. If you can guess which one it is from that unboxing, drop it down below in the comments. There's no prize, sorry, but maybe I'll just comment back you won if you're the first person to comment it. But it is I'll give you time to go comment what your prediction is based on that unboxing video. Okay, that should be enough time. It's the silver sword philodendron, and I just This I knew was going to be one of my favorite plants right when I ordered him and put him in my cart. He does need to be watered really badly because when they are shipped to you and everything, they are not watered while they're shipped, so it's gonna need water. But it's got such pretty little silvery leaves, and I'm so excited to see him grow more. He's even got a new leaf coming in already, so it seems like he's happy even though I've done absolutely nothing to take care of him. Literally, I haven't even like put him into a different pot. He's just been chilling in this little like water catcher. But yeah, I'm so excited about this one, and that is why he was the like grand finale on this plant list. Let me see if I can get him closer so you can see just how pretty these leaves are. But like you can see the color on those leaves. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, this is one, like I said in my unboxing video, that I've been trying to get for a very long time, and just trying to find one that wasn't like, you know, ordering from an unknown seller and all that. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm glad that he's already shown signs of like being happy here. With like the new leaf coming out and everything, and hasn't like declined rapidly since I've gotten him. But yeah, that is my favorite one. Him, I most definitely will get a moss pole and probably a bigger pot so he can put out bigger leaves, because the leaves are just so pretty that I want to see the really big leaves on him. And also I'm excited to propagate him too, so I have a bunch of little silver sword plants all over the place. But yeah, he is by far the favorite for this month, and I think probably the most uncommon that I've gotten lately. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this month's list. I think I'm going to keep it to just the 5 plants each month, because that's what I've been doing since I've started this whole little series. But if you disagree with any of my picks and think they suck as plants, let me know down in the comments as well, because that would be an interesting viewpoint to see, because I mean, no plant really sucks. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next month for the same exact video basically.